Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are going to be purchasing the welcome pack that is now available right now. The welcome bundle includes 10 classic packs and 1 random classic specific legendary minion, so you get a random class legendary. So random class or random classic? Boy, it says both. So if it was true that it meant random class, then that would mean you couldn't possibly get a generic legendary. Now, speculatively, I also have a chance to get some other legendaries when we open this pack. But it's not, I haven't seen anyone do the evidence and do the research yet, since this is so news. So maybe we won't get one, maybe we will, maybe it's just going to be up to luck. You can only theoretically purchase this once, and so let's do it. And we're back with the purchase complete. I didn't think you didn't think I was actually going to let you see my credit card info.
Legendary.
Ooh, a priest legendary. It's in a classic recipe. Try building the deck. Interesting. I bet all the legendaries are in some class legendaries. But Prophet Valen is definitely a card I've been looking forward to getting. So that's nice. Now, that is gone. I cannot purchase anymore. Let's see. The only way we can double check is this. And I would not be surprised though if that welcome bundle comes back into play in a few months and they say, hey, we'll let you buy another one. Let's start opening the other packs and see what else we got. So,
Cool. Rare.
ooh, interesting. That's definitely a nice start here. I follow a process in which I get rid of all my goldens so I can have more dust to have more regular cards. I simply don't have a complete collection, so it wouldn't make sense to keep the goldens. Plus, I feel like it would be very annoying to have like 1 or 2 goldens in your collection. Ooh, double epic. But we're looking for another legendary. The vast majority of these cards, though, are just going to get turned into dust because I have almost every classic card except for the legendaries. I'm missing quite a few of the legendaries, but everything else, I kind of have 2 of everything already. We'll see. Now, it is nice that they didn't allow me to buy multiple like purchases of the welcome bundle, because if I was allowed to and I had the funds for it, I very well might have just spent $150 on that, bought 30 welcome bundles to ensure that I have every single legendary classic mode. Since it seems like, for the most part, Classic is never going to be eliminated from Standard play. It has become more and more important than ever to have a complete collection if you can have that.
Golden common.
We're getting a lot of goldens here, so that's nice. I saw somebody on YouTube say if you get a lot of these particle effects, you'll have a higher chance to get a legendary. Guaranteed a legendary. If you just get enough of these, that's BS. It's just a particle effect.
Rare. Cool. Rare.
Wow, a lot of goldens. I am half tempted here to start thinking about maybe keeping the goldens, but I have so many other things I need to get. Here's Blade Fury, a card that was recently changed to be a lot less useful. It used to attack the hero directly, now it only attacks minions. So that's the 10 card packs. Now we have to come over here, switch to crafting mode, and see how many of those cards are going to immediately just get turned into dust. And that number is 40. 40 of 50 cards. I already have more than 2 of. That gives me 660, and we can look here and see what else there is. So yes, there are some cards I don't have 2 of, but that's probably going to be easier than anything. Here's our first golden. So if I disenchant this, I'll get 100 dust. To replace it at some distant point in the future, I'll have to spend 800 dust or collect it again. However, right now I'd much rather have a different card unlocked than a 3rd golden version of that card. So here's a legendary I still need. Here's this legendary I still need. Let's play this correctly though. We need to look specifically at classic cards. So filter out all the other ones. Here's a legendary I still haven't gotten. So if I could have purchased more than one bundle, I would have to get that legendary. I would have certainly bought that to get this legendary. So that's a second one I'm still missing. 3rd one I'm still missing. Here's an eye for an eye from golden. We can disenchant that for 50 dust. It costs 1600 dust to make one legendary. I have 810 right now. Here's Thought Steal in for another 50. Golden Commons giving you about 50 dust is not really that much. I could make this Mind Games classic card for 400. That is almost certainly what I need to do. Because it's highly unlikely I'll be able to afford anything. I can make this Prince Assassin for 400. Here's the Blade Fury in golden disenchant. Now there is some trickery that can go around if they change cards and you have a golden version of it. They give you sometimes a little bit of time to sell it for the same price it would have cost to craft it, so you can get all the dust back. And usually if they're changing a card, they're making it worse, so it's a decent thought. Here's another legendary if you're sitting on a bunch of golden cards. Of course, the only real way I could imagine you would be sitting on a bunch of golden cards is if you've purchased a lot of packs with a lot of money. I have not purchased anything in Hearthstone until today. This is the first amount of actual money. Everything else I have earned gold through doing the quests every 3 days, and it works pretty well, but I could certainly see other players being very successful at buying cards. Here's another legendary I'm still missing of just the classics. Here's another legendary I'm still missing. Here's another card I could make. Here's Brawl. Now I have 2 of those. That's good. And now we're on the neutral cards. In general, you would want to make the neutral cards with dust before you make anything else, because they would have added value in the fact that they're playable in all 9 of the classes. We'll disenchant this golden for another 100 dust. And let's see. So 2 years into playing the game, buying the welcome bundle might not be as impactful as if you just started playing Hearthstone like a month ago. I wouldn't recommend anybody playing Hearthstone before a month's worth of purchasing the welcome bundle, because you're going to be playing the tutorial section there and just kind of getting a feel for the game and understanding how it works and understanding how the expansions work and all of that. So I would say give it at least a month and make sure you're going to be committed to the game. So now we've started seeing some more legendaries. Here's 4 more legendaries here. Here's 3 more legendaries here. Here's 1 more legendary there. So there's still about 10 left. So I'll go ahead and use the dust to craft not legendaries but rares, because I did not get up to 1600 dust. As soon as I have 2 of every common, legend, rare, and epic card, anytime I open a pack would then immediately turn into dust or be one of the cards one of the legendaries I'm missing. So there is a good reason to get these cheaper cards with dust if you can, just to get them out of the way. Plus, then you have those cards to play with. Here's another one I can craft for 400, and I think at 260 now, even if I switch to all cards available, including the wild cards that are banned, I doubt I even have like a regular card I don't have unlocked. There's probably a decent collection of cards I don't have 2 copies of, but like I could make this for 100, for instance. But I don't think I have any that are just unlocked in any of the rest of the collections that are just common cards. These cost 400 to make, and those are epics, and these cost 100 to make, and those are rares, and these cost 40 to make. So I'm looking for rares or commons, and I don't believe I have any left. There's the Prophet Valen, which is a very cool card. Double the damage and healing of your spells and hero powers. Prophet Valen actually is the card that most recently, to my knowledge, they used to make the world's longest turn in Hearthstone by causing a spell to lock into the animation and take like 24 hours to finish casting the spell over and over again. Of course, the only way to encounter that is to be playing both sides and set up the scenario perfectly. It's not like that would happen in regular play. I did manage with this week's Tavern Brawl to get 60 cards at the beginning of my of the game. So the opponent had 30 to start with, I had 60. I suspect I should have had even more than 60 using Prince Malchazar from the One Night in Karazhan expansion. But I think the game has been hard programmed to not have more than 60 cards in any deck as just a limit. Of course, the new update just came out for here, so maybe they've fixed that. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So as I'm going through all these cards here, unfortunately it's going to probably just be a sad ending here. I don't think I can do anything with these 260 bits of dust. So here's one. I can disenchant. I must have picked that card up when I was doing something else and not noticed it. Sticking to my just no gold cards rule. Now there actually are a few gold cards I do have, but they are non-craftable cards, the basic cards. And to see those, you have to then click this. And you can't do anything to disenchant the uncraftable cards that are gold, so that's just something you get as you play the characters up and get them to different levels. So I have like Paladin at level 60 and Shaman here is at level 44, and so that's where you get those basic gold cards. Anywho, that's the welcome bundle. Welcome to Hearthstone. I guess it's not too bad of a deal. It did give you a lot more cards than what you would have done, because $5 would be about 4 packs since they're $2.99 for 2, and if you wanted 7 packs here, you're talking 10. Of course, I have more than enough gold from quests, so I could come over here, click on this, and just type in the maximum of 50 and buy 50 packs right then and there. So make sure you come back to the game every 3 days and do the quests. Of course, maybe I would buy 50 packs of the Grand Tournament, which is soon to be banned, or the Whisper of the Old Gods, which will be banned probably a quarter of a year after the Grand Tournament is banned from standard play. And definitely get all these solo players missions before you can get them, because they give you less cards but very powerful cards. Particularly One Night in Karazhan has the Lord Malkazar, which is a card you kind of need in every single deck you build, because it gives you a 5 random legendary characters. So between purchasing the welcome bundle and purchasing One Night in Karazhan, you're almost guaranteed more random legendary cards with getting One Night in Karazhan. Getting the heroes is just an aesthetic thing, and personally I've never thought it was worth $10 to buy these things, so I haven't. Anyways, that's the welcome bundle. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I end my recordings the same way. I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. By clicking on my name, that takes you to my main YouTube page. There's also a playlist tab there. You can click that and see a playlist for every game I've ever covered. I've covered a lot of things, including Hearthstone. There is a playlist just for One Night in Karazhan. I'd recommend going and checking that out. And then playlist for lots of other games. Down below in the description box, I have links to all my social media sites, so you can friend and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Steam, and friend me here on battle.net. All those links are down in the description box. That helps me with those services, and it helps you know when my latest videos are available. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.